So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial. Today we are going to create this simple animation. We are going to animate along the path. We are going to change the speed of the animation and we are going to animate the wings. So yeah, basically this is what we are going to be doing, and right now we can start. Alright, so right now I am on the site Freepik and I am going to put the link in the description, and I am also going to provide you the Illustrator file that I am going to create very quickly right now, so you can download my file if you want. But yeah, you need to click download, then go with free download and save this. I will hit cancel because I already saved this, and I will go to the place where I have this, and you are going to have a zip file. You need to unzip this, extract here, double click on this EPS file. It will open you this in the Illustrator with some warning, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I will go with no, and basically this is what I am going to have. And I will very quickly click, I will right click, I will choose ungroup. Now I am going to have this separated. I'm going to create new document, Control N, Command N or file new, and I will go with 800 by 800. You can choose anything, but yeah, pixels. I will click create, and now I will drag the butterfly to my new document like so, and I will also get, you know, some flower like so, and yeah. Now I am going to scale this a little bit so I can select both, and I'm going to hold shift like so, and yeah, let's say this is fine. And now we need to little bit work with the butterfly, so I will click on this, I will right click, I will choose ungroup. There is a little issue because this left wing is going to be correct, the body is not going to be correct because the right wing, for some reason, I don't know, it's going to contain this like so. So I need to little bit work. I will select this, right click, I will choose ungroup like so. Right now this is still a little issue because it is connected. So one more time, right click, ungroup, and right now it is going to be separated. And yeah, now what I need to do is I need to go to my layers. I am going to open my layers, and yeah, and basically I will group the body. So I will click on the body with shift on this one and on this one. I have no idea how to call this in English, and I will go with Ctrl G, Command G. So right now I have grouped the body, and I am going to hide it for the moment in the layers. I will select it. You can see that it is this one. I will hide it, and yeah, I will click on this wing and I will hide it like so. And now basically I am going to select the rest. I will go with Ctrl G, Command G, or right click group, and yeah. So right now I am going to have 4 layers, flower, body, and wings, and yeah. And now all I am going to do is I will select these 3 lines, release 2 layers like so, and I am going to drag it outside of the layer 1. Layer 1 is empty, so I can delete this. So yeah, and right now I am just going to save this. I will provide you this, and I will see you in Adobe Animate in the moment. And basically I can call this to be butterfly like so, and when you save this you do not need to change anything. You want this as a default, so I will just click OK, and yeah, I can go immediately to the Adobe Animate, and I'm going to choose the same width and height. So I will go with 800 by 800. If you have something else, you know, that's up to you, but yeah, and I'm going to click create. Now I will go to the place where I have my file, so it is going to be in here. That's not artificial intelligence, but Adobe Illustrator, and I am going to drag my file in here like so. There are some options, but you do not want to change anything. It's fine as a default, so I will just click import, and yeah. Now one thing that I will do is I will click anywhere, I will click on the stage, and I'm going to change the background to something which is not white, so something like this, and yeah. Now I have 4 layers. One is the flower, and the rest is butterfly. These 3 layers is parts of the butterfly. And now what I will do is I will select the whole butterfly like so, and I will go to the modify, convert to symbol, or F8. I can call this to be butterfly, but you can keep this to be symbol 1. That's optional. I want this to be movie clip, and I will click OK. So right now I am going to have only two layers. One layer is going to be the flower and the other is going to be butterfly, and I am going to have two empty layers. You can see that they are empty because they don't have keyframe. So I am going to delete these empty layers like so, and I can rename this one to be butterfly like so. Maybe I will misspell it, but I don't mind. And this one I can call to be flower like so. And now what we need to do is firstly we are going to animate the wings. So I am going to double click on the butterfly. Right now I am going to be in a separated timeline. You know, in the Adobe Animate you have timelines in the timeline. So we can see scene 1, butterfly. And now what I'm going to do is I will select the butterfly, I will right click and I am going to choose distribute to layers like so. And now I am going to name my layers. So I will double click on this one, and this is going to be R like right wing like so. This one is going to be left wing like so, left wing, and I don't mind, I misspelled this, but who cares. And this is going to be body. Now I need to convert the wings to the symbol to be able to animate them. So one more time I will go modify, convert to symbol or F8, and I am going to keep this to be symbol 1. Okay, that's fine. And I will click on this one, F8, and it's going to be symbol 2. Okay. Now what I want to do is I would like to change the anchor point, because right now if I'm going to select this and I will go with Q, free transform tool, and I will rotate it, it will rotate around this point. So I will just click on this, I will go with Q, free transform tool, and I am going to drag this little anchor point somewhere to the center of the body. The same thing I am going to do with this one, like so. So yeah, and yeah. Now I am going to go to the body. I will go to the frame 11 and I am going to go with F5, because body we are not going to animate, so I am just extending the timeline. And I will go to the right wing and the left wing like so, and I will go with F6. So we are adding the keyframe, and then I will go in the middle, so I will go to the frame 6 like so, 5, 6, and I am going to add a keyframes for the wings. And now in these keyframes, all I am going to do is I am going to scale this like so. I am not holding shift, I am not holding alt, anything. I am just dragging like so. The same thing like so, approximately the same like this. And I will select this like so, right click, create classic twin. And right now we are going to have this animation like so. I will go with Ctrl Enter, Command Enter to see this in the browser, and this is what we are going to have. If you don't like this and you want to make this to be slower, then you need to, move your keyframes like so, and move also this one. If you want this to be faster, you need to move the keyframe closer. But yeah, I can go a little bit more like so, and yeah. And now this is optional, because right now if I go with Ctrl Enter, this is what we have. Maybe you like this, maybe you don't. But I can also play with the rotation a little bit, so I can go on this keyframe and I am going to deal with the free transform tool, rotate the wing a little bit like so. The same thing I can do with this one, rotate this little bit like so. So it's not only scaling, but it's also rotating. Ctrl Enter, Command Enter like so, and yeah, right now this is what we are going to have. And we can also rotate the first keyframe and the last one. So I will go to in here, and I am going to rotate this little bit like so, and I'm going to rotate this little bit like so. Okay, but now I will have to copy this keyframe to the end, because we want the end and the beginning to be the same. So I will click on the keyframe, I will hold Alt or Option, and I will drag it in here like so. The same thing with this one like so, and yeah. So you can play with the scale, rotation, you can do only rotation, you can do only scale or anything, but I will keep this as it is right now. I think it's fine, but yeah. Now I will go back to my scene 1, so I will in here click on the scene 1, and in the scene 1 we are not going to see the movement of the wings, because we are in the main timeline. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer, and this is going to be my guide. and I will go to the pen tool like so. I am going to choose any color and stroke size. It doesn't really matter, I can go with 5. And basically I am going to draw a line like so. So I will click and hold like so. And basically I am going to create some kind of path. Okay, like so. And yeah, in a separate tutorial we can talk about like the pen tool and how you can adjust this later on and so on. But yeah, I am just going to create something like this. Okay, and like so. And yeah, now if you want to adjust this little bit, you can go to the sub selection tool. You can click like so. I can zoom in, and I can with the sub selection tool move this little bit like so. I can hold Alt or Option to make this to be like so, rounded and so on. But yeah, I am going to keep this as it is. We can talk about the pen tool in other tutorial, but yeah, and I will adjust little bit. I will go back and I will adjust little bit this one like so. Okay, like this. And yeah, if you don't like your path, you can always delete this and create the new one. But yeah, so I will just keep this as I have this. And now I am going to right click and I am going to choose that this is going to be a guide, and I am going to drag a butterfly to the guide like so. So it should be like this. You have guide and then little bit like little, you know, margin butterfly like so. And now when I have this, what I'm going to do is I will go to the selection tool, and if I'm going to click on my butterfly and I will drag it, you can see this little dot hopefully, and I will click somewhere on the body like so, and I am going to position this like so. It should snap, you know, like right now hopefully you can see that the little dot is on the line like so. And yeah, and now what I'm going to do is I will go to maybe frame 200 like so, and I'm going to extend everything. So I will go with F5. On the butterfly layer, I will go with F6 because in here I want to have a keyframe. The guide and the flower I just want to extend, but butterfly I want to animate. And I will go one more time with the selection tool, and I am going to drag the butterfly, and I am going to try to position this dot on the line like so. And right now, if I did it correctly, and I will go anywhere in between, I can right click, I can choose create classic twin, and right now my butterfly is going to animate along the path like so. Okay, you may have little issue, sometimes it's not going to snap automatically. In that case you need to try one more time, but basically that's the process. Dragging it, you will see a little dot, put it on the beginning to the line, then on the end of the line, and yeah. Now what we need to do is we need to click anywhere on this classic twin and go in the properties and choose orient to path. So right now the butterfly is going to be rotated, but what we need to do, it is going to be rotated with the path, but we need to go to the first keyframe, Q, free transform tool, and rotate it correctly at the beginning, you know, like so. And the same thing we are going to do at the end. So I will go to the last keyframe like so, and in here I am also going to rotate it correctly. You know, you may have your path different, not may, but you probably have the different path, but we want to have the beginning and the end rotated correctly, and right now it should be working fine. I will go with Control Enter, Command Enter to see what we have, and basically this is the animation. Now this depends on you, but I am going to make the animation a little bit slower. So basically I can zoom out like so, and yeah, and I am going to move my I zoomed in. Okay, I don't know, like so. So I want to zoom out, and I am going to select the last frames or keyframes of everything, and I am going to drag it to maybe 300, like so. Okay, so right now the animation is going to be slower. It is going to create me a keyframe on the guide and on the flower. I don't want the keyframes because I am not animating this, so I will go with Shift F6 and it is just going to get rid of the keyframe. The same thing on the flower, Shift F6 like so. And right now Control Enter and I am going to have the same animation, but it's going to be slower. And now we are going to just change the speed like so. So what I'm going to do is I will go to the flower, I will make it to be symbol F8 and I will keep it symbol 3 like so, and I am going to scale this like so. I am making this a symbol because I am going to duplicate it, and when you are duplicating symbols it's going to take less memory of your file, less file size, but yeah. And now I am going to duplicate the flower. So yeah, firstly I am going to position it. So I am going to position it somewhere on my path. So let's say I am going to position it in here. I am going to duplicate this and I am going to position it in here. And I am going to one more time duplicate it and I can go, let's say, somewhere here. I don't mind, like so. And now basically I will go like this, and in here on my butterfly, maybe I said the butterfly too many times, but yeah, I am going to create a keyframe, F6. I will go to the next frame, or two more, it depends. I can go two more or only one, F6. And this keyframe right now, I am going to move somewhere here. Okay, so right now, the animation between like from here up to here is going to happen in, 1 second, 2 seconds, I don't know. So basically right now we have created the animation that the butterfly is going to slow down or it's going to stop like so, and then we can continue. So yeah, I can go like this, and yeah, and right now in here I can create a keyframe like so, F6, and I will go to the next frame and I will go F6, or even two more, I don't know, but yeah, and I will extend this little bit like so. So right now we are going to stop on the first flower, we are going to stop on the second flower like so, and yeah, and right now the same thing, same process, we are going to stop on the last one. So I will just move, but it is going to be the same thing. So I will go somewhere here like so. I can go like this, okay. F6, and I will go to the next one, F6, and yeah, and now I am going to extend this little bit more. I will go like this, and yeah, and I am going to make this like so. I can move this keyframe a little bit to the back. You can play with the keyframes as you want, but yeah, I am just showing you. So yeah, maybe this is not going to look the best because there is going to be that rotation. I will see. So yeah, we are going to have this one, and then we are going to have the last one like so. Okay, I don't mind. It doesn't look the best because it's I have my path, little bit. I should have put the flower somewhere else, and I can do this because I don't like this. So I am going to get rid of these keyframes, Shift F6. I am going to position my flower, let's say somewhere here. And now what I'm going to do is I will rather create the keyframe in here, F6. I can go in here, F6, and I am going to move this back like so. So yeah, but right now you know the point. I will go with Control Enter, Command Enter, and this is basically the final animation. So yeah, I am going to put a link in the description for two tutorials if you are interested. One of them is going to be about publish settings in Adobe Animate. So yeah, because right now you have this like file, publish settings, and you have options to publish this as a texture, sprite sheet, like images, vectors, and so on. I am not going to explain this in every tutorial that I make because I have a tutorial specifically about this and I will put it in the description. And the second tutorial I will put in the description is how you can create animation like this and then convert it to the HTML5 banner. There are some additional steps. So yeah, for this tutorial this is all. And yeah, what I should have done is I could have started my path like outside of the stage and then end the path also outside of the stage, maybe in a similar place, you know, so it can see as it is looping, but I have made it as it is. I am not going to change it for now. So yeah, basically this is it. This is all. If you have been here until the end of the video, you can write me that in the comments. If you like this video, you can click a like, it will really help. And yeah, I hope that you will be able to use this in your projects, in your animations. This is just a simple animation of butterfly. And yeah, thank you, take care, and goodbye.